Hello, welcome to week 2. These exciting art adventures for your art club takeaways. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me again. I've loved hearing about last week's rubbing. It's looking brilliant. You found some really fun things all around your house to rub. Thank you so much for sharing. Keep telling me. I love hearing about what's going on. You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that everything that comes inside this box is for you. It's for you to use in whatever way you want and for you to make whatever jumps to your mind. But having said that, today I'm going to start with a question. In case you need some spark of something to help you get started, I'm going to say, who are you going to make this week? So what do I mean? I mean a character, a creature, a face, a person, an alien, a robot, something that you can give personality to. Now, what do I mean by that? So if you look at my face and I look blank, it's a face and that's definitely a person. But if I start to make a smile or start to wink or pull some kind of, then you start to ask, what's going on? What's she thinking about? What's that person like? What happens in her life? What does she do? And these are the sort of questions I want you to ask yourself. Now, of course, there are different materials in here, and I'll show you a few different ways to use them. But all the time, if you need to, you can think about who might I be making. So then you can start to develop the story behind them. You can start to have a background. You can start to have other ideas. And this becomes not something you just do in 10 minutes, draw a face finished. This becomes an actual person, an actual creature, an actual animal or brand new alien that you've discovered and you've created. And it's totally up to you who they are and what they do. So, are you thinking about faces? I've given you this. It's a kind of a spongy thing. And it's this yellow paper peels off. You have to be quite careful that you don't peel the stick off as well. So just be gentle as you go. I like to try to use my finger to roll the paper away. And you can see that's quite sticky. But it's also removable. So lots of different things will stick on here. If you're thinking about faces, this might be a good place to start. Who knows if it might be someone who has a strange one eye. If I wanted to start to give somebody personality, could I think about, I don't know, maybe there's another eye that arrives. Could they have a moustache? How might I do that? Something that starts to bring and develop. I mean, all sorts of things will stick onto here. And you could keep going and build and build and build. So this could be your person, your character, your creature. You could carry on, or you might fancy using that sticky in the rest of your build, in the rest of your make. Be aware that if you put paper on here, have I got any to show you? If you put paper on here, it will probably get stuck and you might not be able to take it off quite so easily. I'm ripping a piece of paper down here to show you. So if I stick paper on, oh, well, it does. But I can't guarantee that will come off. Big things like this, I can take this off and I can use this again now in a different way. And I really like that. I really like the idea that you could make something, experiment with something, play and explore. And if it doesn't quite go your way, take it apart, go again. Or in fact, if it does go your way and you love it, take a photo, tell somebody about it, a video call maybe. You can start to tell the story of who, why, where they live, what they do with the creature that you've created. Just one more thing. I wanted to show you about elastic bands. I've given you quite a few of these and it's a good way to join stuff. What have I got? Oh, so for example, if I wanted to attach fabric, maybe I'm making, well, you can decide what sort of person this might be, who might wear something like this. The elastic band, now, if you can open it up with your fingers and you can put it over the top of everything, it might just hold. If it doesn't, you might be able to pull it, put your fingers inside and twist. Can you see what I've done? So I've made a twist and then I'm getting my fingers in and I'm going back again. So I've doubled up the elastic band. Inside I can scrunch everything around. I mean, this is already looking very fashionable to me. Who knows who this person might be? Perhaps you can tell me. So think about practicing with those elastic bands. Maybe give them a go on something first before you start. So again, open it up with your 3 fingers and put it over. Don't pull it too hard and try not to let go. It can be a little bit of a twang if it does get you, but you'll be fine. Again, open and twist just once and then go back in again. I mean, even this helps to give personality. It helps to start creating character. And these are the sort of things that you want to think about. So, eyes, clothes, hair. How might you do that with the things that I've given you? Don't forget to use the box. The box could become the body of whoever you're making, but also maybe it's the place that this creature lives. Maybe it's their lair. Maybe it's a transformer, a car that turns into I don't know. You know more about transformers than me. You will have the imagination to work out whatever you want to make. The last thing, I've given you this tape. It's called PVC tape, electrical tape. It can be quite tough to pick off to start with, so use your fingernail and you'll probably want to use some scissors to cut it. So hopefully you've got some pens. You might be able to add colour, details, bits of moustaches, glasses, etc. So pens might be helpful, and scissors to cut this tape might also be helpful. Maybe to cut the cardboard box if you want to. If you've got things in your recycling box, what can I think of? An egg box might make a brilliant hat, or a skirt, or even a shell for an animal. Have you got some things, some clean bits of recycling that you might be able to use? Have a look, see what you can find. So, I cannot wait to find out who you're going to make. And even more excitingly, I'd love to know their story. Where do they live? What are their superpowers? Who are their friends? Those sorts of questions. What do they eat? What's their favourite television programme? Maybe television doesn't even exist where they live. You tell me. Thanks so much. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you next time.